Chapter 1: The Past Solaris. The top of the mountains. A figure stands with his hands in the air, overlooking the world. The Master. 10 years have passed, and you are still not coming down this year? A black shadow stood behind this man. His body was as tall as a pine, but his head was slightly hanging. A sigh rang out, followed by a tone full of melancholy. What is the use of going down the mountain? She's gone, and the whole world has abandoned me. And only this endless quest allows me to feel alive. Mauricio Stark. Sometimes I want to jump from here. Mauricio Stark's head hung even lower, and he didn't dare to accept the words. The man in front of him could be called the uncrowned king of Lindo, who grew from an obscure soldier 10 years ago to the master who now scares the hell out of his enemies. One man can withstand 10 million soldiers. One man can set the frontier for 10,000 miles. One man can determine the border of 10,000 miles. In theory, such a person should have achieved fame and come down from the mountain to live a comfortable life, but he has not come down from the mountain for 10 years. In the difficult conditions of the border to deter the enemy for a whole decade. How many decades are there in life? The master message has appeared in Westwind that the man from back then may not be dead. Swish. Just as the words were finished, Mauricio Stark felt a harsh gaze cut on him, like the cold wind of the waxing moon. Sure? Not sure, but there is an 80% chance that person's figure and appearance is completely destroyed. We took a lot of effort to connect her with the one in your memory. Before the words fell, the figure in front of him had already sped down the mountain. Send me all her information. I have a hunch that it's her. Dressed in a black trench coat, walked out of the passenger lane, looking at the information sent by Mauricio Stark as he walked. Clarence Lester, a native of Westwind, was humiliated and tortured by his enemies 10 years ago, and was thrown into the woods when he was dying, where he should have died but was saved by a woman passing by. The woman's name is Martina Burnett. In order to save Clarence, regardless of safety, into the mist poisonous woods for him to collect medicine. Poisonous woods are very toxic, irreversible damage to human skin. He survived, but she disappeared forever. Afterwards he went to inquire. The woman into the poisonous woods never came out. And he joined the military to make a name for himself, killing bad guys, but the world never heard from her again. Looking at the information about this woman on his phone, his hand could not help but tremble vaguely. She didn't die, she survived. Every time he read a message, Clarence Lester's face became colder, and by the time he closed the profile, it was